Kevin Hart was recently interviewed on The Breakfast Club. This interview was about Kevin Hart talking about his cheating scandals and trying to come off like a good guy. You remember the cheating scandals that happened when his wife was pregnant? Well, he's living his truth now. The fuck is that supposed to mean in this context? I realize people cheat. I don't know Kevin Hart personally, nor do I give a f about Kevin Hart cheating. I give even less of a f about him living his truth, whatever the f that means. But what the f does living your truth have to do with being caught with some thoughties while your wife has a bun in the oven? Kevin, your wife you make a million posts about, special love and all that shit, was pregnant with your child, and you were making special pregnant videos with her and then sliding off and getting caught up with professional thoughts filming your short ugly ass. If that is living your truth, you are a scumbag of the highest order, either because that f***ed up scene is you living your truth, or you would actually take a situation like that and put some dumb spin on it and sit back claiming that you're living your truth. In fairness, The Breakfast Club titled the video, but all they did in this whole interview was provide Kevin Hart with a platform to appear acceptable while talking about a bunch of bull. So f all y'all. He acted so slimy and fake in this interview, but what is worse is that The Breakfast Club, especially Charlamagne, didn't even ask him any hard questions. They were so accommodating to him and so accepting of all his BS that he was saying that they served as nothing more than a vehicle for him to smugly live his truth and open up about the little mistakes he made while wifey was Preggersville. Throw in a hoodie with irresponsible written on it for good measure. How Eminem, how edgy, how living your truth, you smug little bastard. Kevin was so in control. He was so wise, so mature, so living his truth of being a f***head. It's one thing to be a f***head. It's another to sit there and blast it out over the radio waves and internet as a smug little bastard. That's the part that should be insulting to everyone. The audacity of that smug little bastard to sit there and spew his and act like some kind of good guy who is so in control. I suppose it makes sense that a 5'4", average to below average looking guy who finds himself very wealthy and popular wouldn't be able to turn down some random thoughts. I'm sure he got some skanks back in the day, but there wasn't much money in skankery as there is these days with thoughtery. Back in the day, old Kev had to f some looking ass hoes. That feel when you wake up and see a woman who looks like Martin Lawrence next to you. But anyways, you don't have some romantic good relationship like you try to project. You're with her because she's hot, and she's with you because you have money and fame. If you were sincere about this shit, you would have done what Kobe did with Vanessa back in the day. Set up a press conference and blubber on about how your wife is the air that you breathe and how she's so special to you. Never mind, Kobe did that because he didn't have a prenup. I'm sure you got that angle covered, you smug little bagger. The Breakfast Club has been so biased and kissed so much celebrity ass recently. The Breakfast Club was Shillsville on this one, which shouldn't be surprising considering they have that fraud Dr. Oz on all the time. One of Kevin's innocent excuses was that he was alone when the last incident happened. I was all alone, so I got kidnapped by some thoughts. I've heard of people trying to blame their friend's bad influence for their cheating, but this dude wants to blame his cheating on his friends just not being there. And the Breakfast Club was all smiles and approval of anything that Kevin had to say. Between the way Kevin tried to play this whole thing off and the Breakfast Club not asking any hard questions, this was a truly despicable look for all parties involved. I felt dirty after watching this. When I first heard about this Kevin Hart cheating thing, it sounded distasteful to me, and I left it at not giving much of a f***. But this interview was just so obnoxious all around. It was just utterly